Another beautiful morning near Kazbegi in the Caucasus Mountains of northern Georgia. Well, maybe not so beautiful where we're headed, to remote Juta Valley in the high country, where the weather's starting to look nasty. I'm going there for an extended hike with friends Adi and Roni from Israel. I'm in the front with the driver on one side and eternity on the other.
You've got lots of experience on this road, right? It is supposed to clear somewhat, maybe for about 3 or 4 hours. That's the window we're trying to hit.
But the road is closed up ahead, meaning we've got to get out and walk.
We're on the road, the same road that we were in the car, except that when we got to a certain point, the road stopped. There's heavy construction on the road. So our driver announced to us that we would now be walking. We have a trek to get to the beginning of the trek. We're told 50 minutes or so to Juta Village, and then past that, another half hour until the trailhead. Walking on the road is not a disappointment. The only disappointment so far is that the sun has not come out. That's got to be Juta Village, don't you think?
I really hope so.
Yeah.
There's no sign telling you that you've arrived at the hamlet of Juta, but given the barrenness of the surroundings, none is needed.
We've passed the small village of Juta. It has begun to rain. There's virtually no one along this road. Most people stop in the village of Juta, which is really nothing more than a couple of small hotels and a few homes. One would have to assume are associated with tourism, because I wouldn't know what else other than cattle grazing and maybe some sheep herding is going on up in these mountains.
Beyond the village, a border patrol officer told us we were approaching a restricted area next to the Russian border and needed to turn around. He also said we'd walk past the turnoff to our trailhead back down the road.
Well, we finally made it to the trail that leads to the trail. This is the village of Juta again. We asked the person on horseback which way up to the trailhead, and he pointed this way and then rode off, so we're following him. There's extra reason to watch your step on this trail, because this is definitely a horse trail. This trail has been nothing but a steep climb since we left the road down below. Our target, which is the inn called the Fifth Season, sits right in the mouth of this alpine gorge.
The inn itself is small, consisting of a cafe with rooms upstairs.
My compatriots have decided to take horses. It's very difficult to ride and make video. I'm going to walk the trail, or as much of it as possible. Very quiet up here. This narrow valley is one of about a dozen gorges that branch off within this immediate area, most of them disappearing into Kazbegi National Park. You're staring into the face of the heart of the Caucasus in this area. Mount Chaukhi, that 7-tiered rock peak in front of us, soars to more than 12,500 feet, and it is solid rock and snow. This is been called the Georgian Dolomites for an understandable reason, because they very much remind you of the Dolomites in Italy. Looking good.
Hello.
Looks like a lot of fun, but I'd just as soon on this cold day be walking. This trail is at about 7,500 feet, and of course it's following the Chaukhi River, which is down below, which I'll show you shortly, but at the moment I'm confronting my first creek crossing. No big deal, but it just speaks to the wildness of this beautiful alpine gorge. It's largely undiscovered, except by the few lucky visitors who find this place and who come here to enjoy it. The trail has looped down closer to the river, and of course with the mountains up behind it, just an incredible sight. It's starting to sprinkle again in such a way that makes me think that within minutes I will be under a rainstorm. So I think I will just hike up to the top of the ridge that I'm currently on and turn around. The wind is picking up, it's at my back. When I turn around and try to talk to you, I doubt that you will hear me at all because it's just too much wind. I am going to very happily declare victory on this trail and head back down to the 5th Season Inn. I'm under the eave of a boarded up yurt headed back down the mountainside. It was said that there would perhaps be some sun breaking through during about a 3-hour window. So the timing was right, but the weather forecast was just a bit off. So now it is back into the wind, which is not so bad at the moment. I'm shielded by a ridge up ahead. It is raining pretty hard. Well, that was a rough 10 to 15 minute stretch in the rain. Very glad that that cloud passed over. There may be others to come before I get back to some shelter. I've got to say, this is an incredible place to have experienced despite the weather. Well, that building you see with the flagpole outside is the inn. I'm going to sit and see if I can't have something warm. It's a welcome sight.